Today, me and Justin are going to talk about our ABCs of personal finance. And remember, this is personal finance, and these are the ones we just came up with when we were brainstorming.
Yeah.
So they might not work for you, but maybe they will.
Or you have different ideas.
Yeah, or you
Right?
could add some too.
Yeah.
Because we might agree with what ones you come up with too.
Absolutely. I reached out to my wife and a friend and
Yeah.
got some other feedback. So we're all doing our thing.
Yeah, I love it. In fact, if you want to pause right now and think of what are important personal finance words that start with an A, B, and a C for you, you could jot that down if you wanted to.
I like it.
Yeah.
Giving them homework right off
Yeah,
the bat.
right off now. Pause. And I'm even going to throw in a D, and I'm going to throw in 3 Fs.
Oh.
So I know we're using these letters, and I'm thinking back to the teaching days.
It's the teaching.
Yeah,
right?
it's a teaching that you leave after 25 years of doing it, but it stays with you.
You leave the teaching, but the teaching doesn't leave you.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. So me and Justin are going to share some of our ideas about it, talk about it a little bit, but I'll start off with my A, which is make it automatic.
I like it.
And what I mean by that is every time you get paid, put some of that money in the stock market for your future.
Cool.
Your A was, I forgot what your A is.
I think your A is right along with mine, where it's assets.
Assets.
Right? We're building our assets. We're automatically contributing to assets.
I love it. Yeah. Assets, automatic. My B is live below your means.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make, let's say, $50,000 a year, live off 40 or 45,000,
nice, and
save and invest the rest for your future.
Perfect. Mine goes right along with that as well, because my B is behavior. And if your behavior is to spend every single dime that you've made, that's going to be a tough transition.
Yeah.
So if our behavior is to live below our means, that helps us reach our future goals.
I love it. Yeah, personal finance, money is behavior. It's all we have. We're acting on what we want and what we.
There's great books, even Psychology of Money. Right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
A lot of it is behavior.
Exactly. And my C is compound interest. Once you understand how compound interest works, you're more likely to put money in the stock market and more likely to continue to do it. So a compound interest calculator, I highly recommend just looking up one on your computer or on your phone. Will show you how your money can grow over time.
Nice.
Because for example, if you're putting $500 in every month, after a year, you've put in $6,000. Yeah. That's a lot of money. And that might be frustrating because you could be like, I could have spent that $6,000 this year.
Right. But what's that $6,000 going to do for me?
Right. And if you have a calculator and put that number in a compound interest calculator or a simple savings calculator, you'll see that if you can do this consistently over time, that money is going to get big in the future.
Sure. Nice.
So compound interest.
Cool. Yeah, mine is cash flow.
Cash flow.
Where it's the cash flow that our investments are putting back into our pockets.
I like it.
So it's kind of like your compound there. What are we getting back from it? So my real estate.
Yeah, you do real estate. So different types of cash flow coming in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the next one?
So D, you never want to have a D in school, or in this case, because D is debt.
Dun, dun, dun.
Debt.
Yep.
But you won't have debt if you take care of your B, which is live below your means.
Right.
So
get that behavior unchecked.
And use the right behavior. I see we're combining our letters together.
That's right.
So D.
Nice. Yep. I agree. I think that's a big one there for D.
Yeah, it's tough to get ahead if you have debt. The F's though, 3 F's. I hope you have 3 F's. I never said that back in my teaching days either. Have you ever told us, you have 3 F's?
You should be proud to have those 3 F's. Yeah, no.
You should have 3 F's in personal finance. At the end of the month, after you paid all your bills, you should have money for fun.
Okay,
you should have fun with your money.
Absolutely.
You should have money for your future.
Okay.
Whether it's short-term goals or wants, or long-term like retirement. Could be buying a car. So future. And then the third one is philanthropy. Philanthropy. I don't think it starts with an F, like spell-wise, but it sounds like an F.
Right.
And the reason I did that, when I used to teach personal finance to high school kids when I was a teacher, I tried to come up with a way to teach about like why we live below our means and why we want to have extra money at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, giving away money to charities, causes is a big part of I don't know, people's desires.
Right. I think it's one of those things that people want to give back.
Yeah, they want to give
Right.
back.
There's something deep inside that money amplifies. And if you're a giving person, you want other people to benefit as well.
Exactly. And that's harder to do if you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
But if you make certain decisions and don't have to do that, then one of your F's, philanthropy should kick in for a lot of people. I think it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
So ABCs, avoid the D.
Avoid the D.
And try to get a lot of F money.
Yeah. One more F that I'm going to throw in there because
Yes.
you have all of those things in order there. One more F is the freedom that this can bring into your life.
Why didn't you tell me this 10 years ago when I was teaching personal finance? 5 years ago.
Right.
Because my 3 Fs would have been a lot better with 4 Fs. I love that last one. Because freedom for a time, what we want to do is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
As teachers, and if you might not be a teacher, at least you have weekends maybe, but as teachers, we have summers, we have breaks. So yes, we work hard when we're teaching, but we love our freedom.
We love our freedom.
And by saving up also money, you can eventually retire from teaching and choose how you want to spend your time completely.
Yeah, you got more choices. You've got those freedoms to do what you want.
I love it. So 4 Fs, everybody, not
4
3.
Fs.
4 Fs is better than 3.
Nice.
So, all right. Thanks, everybody. If you have any thoughts about this or have any letters you think you could add to it,
let us know your ABCs below.
Yeah, right? And please subscribe and let teachers know we're making these videos and others, because we make some teacher specific, and we also talk about just general personal finance too.
Yep.
So, all right. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.